How can someone get the balls to approach literally probably one of those beautiful women you've ever seen in a public setting? Earbuds are on. How'd you do it?
By training that muscle of when you don't want to do it, just go ahead and do it anyways. And just remember, you have nothing to lose. Like, yeah, you're going to embarrass yourself. You just have to not give up.
We take away all, let's do undercover millionaire. Quazi ain't a billionaire yet, but let's say we go undercover. We take away your followers, all your connections. We take away your name and you restart all your social, drop you in a random city, right, in America. How are you going to become a millionaire?
I would get back to YouTube. That's what I know.
So you do content?
Yeah, I do content.
Quazi,
Bridget,
welcome to Bridging the Gap.
I'm so excited to be here, man.
Dude, I'm excited, dude. You flew all the way from Florida.
Yeah.
But that's not where you're originally from. Why don't you tell the audience real quick where you're from and how many countries you grew up in?
All right. It's going to be a long story. You ready to get into it?
What's going on, guys? It's Bridger. Listen, a lot of you guys watching the podcast want to know how you guys can get a hold of me. Best way is to join my Bridge Builder Brotherhood and shoot me a DM on school. First link in the description. You've got exclusive content, monthly coaching calls with me, and I'm posting all the time in there. It's like our own little social media platform. First link in the description, completely for free. Let's get back to the podcast.
Dude, let's jump in now.
Cool.
Real quick.
All right. So I was born in Bangladesh.
Okay.
And I lived there till I was 4 years old. And then I moved to Kosovo. Back then it was called Yugoslavia. And it was under war because my parents worked for the UN. So I had to move there. And then I moved back to Bangladesh, lived there till I was 11. Then I moved to Africa, Côte d'Ivoire. And I learned to speak French a little bit. And then moved to London, lived there for 4 years. Then moved to New York, lived there for 7, 8 years. Moved to Boston, went to college for 4 years. And then we moved to Florida, my wife and I. I met my wife there. Girlfriend, wife, and just had a kid now.
Dude, congratulations.
Thank
Quazi is a father.
Yeah.
This is exciting. So, guys, let me tell you why I'm excited about this episode. Because Quazi was a little on the fence. He's like, I don't know if I can come on the podcast. I've got stuff going on. But we convinced him. We showed up. We were actually at a dinner with some mutual friends, and we just hit it off. And so, real quick, could you tell the audience, for those of them that maybe aren't familiar with what you do, who you are, how you help people with your coaching business?
Yeah. So I basically work with entrepreneurs and business owners, and I teach them how to make more money or how to go in a path that's more suited for them, like in entrepreneurship, building their own businesses, doing the thing they want to do, rather than live like a societally dictated norm of going the 9-to-5 route and living a life that's really not of their choosing. And I teach them how to do that by them shifting their identity. So at every single moment in your life, you embody a certain version of you. Now, for most people, this version of themselves that they call as me or Quazi, you, Bridger. Unfortunately, for most of us, we haven't consciously chosen 100% who we want to be at every single moment. And therefore, we're not experiencing the kind of lives that we want to experience. So in order to do that, we teach our clients how to consciously craft the version of themselves they want to be. And as a result, they experience the kind of life they want to experience.
Man, I love that, dude. And I've seen this, be impacting people on so many different levels, right? Like I talk about B5, right? Your belief system, your body, your business, your brotherhood, and your babe. And I feel like the thing that starts all of them is your beliefs.
Yes.
Right? So how does someone consciously start to adapt their identity to align with what they want out of life?
Yeah. So it's an interesting question. And I love that you talk about beliefs because the model of reality we use that really helps our clients understand this is we have two types of beliefs, right? We have the outer beliefs of what we believe the world is like, our worldview or our paradigm, if you will. And then we have the inner beliefs of who we view ourselves as in relationship to the world. So to give you an example of this, what we see happen is that the identity or that inner belief that we have about ourselves in relationship to the world actually influences the worldview that we have. So if I believe that I'm a capable person, then it doesn't matter what's happening in the world. If it's a recession and you can't start a business, people are saying you can't start a business because it's a recession. It's a terrible time to invest your money because it's a recession, blah, blah, blah. Well, that doesn't matter because I believe myself
Mm-hmm.
to be the kind of person that can come up against all odds
Mm-hmm.
and do something because I believe in my identity is that I can do anything that I set my mind to. You see, so that inner personal identity actually overrides it. So we kind of see this as like different kind of levels of existence. And at the highest level, people view that the action that they take is producing the kind of result that they want to see in their lives. And it's true. But something is causing the action that they're taking. Why is someone behaving a particular way and not the other way? Why am I eating junk food every single night and not reading books that are going to be good for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the action is influenced by the predominant thoughts and feelings that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So if I keep thinking certain things and feeling a certain way, it's going to propel me to act in a certain way. But what's causing the thoughts and feelings that we have? That's when the beliefs come in.
Bingo.
Right? So it's
I
what
agree.
we believe about the world and what we believe about ourselves that's causing. So a level above that is that worldview. Your worldview is causing the thoughts and feelings that you have, which is causing the action that you take, which is causing the results or the reality that you're experiencing. But even below that is that belief that you have about yourself. Who am I in relationship to the world? And that's how we really look at beliefs here.
Totally, man. I love that, man. And it's so powerful because when you get that deep
Yeah.
in personal development, it's really even comes down to how do you choose or decide or figure out what you're going to believe about yourself.
Yeah.
Right? What's the framework or the beliefs that you have about building beliefs about yourself?
Yeah.
The matrix.
How
How
do
do you escape the matrix?
How do you build beliefs about yourself?
Yes.
So it always, have you ever noticed how like it's quite interesting that when people are encountered with a crisis in their lives, they have a moment that's so disruptive to their lives, like something really terrible happens, or they get to that breaking point. That's when people decide that this relationship, I can't be in it any longer. It's toxic to me. Or this job, I fucking hate it. I can't be in it any longer, right?
Right.
Pardon my French.
No, you're good. You can curse as much as you want on the podcast.
Yeah,
dude.
so
We have politicians, pastors, presidents, business people, freaking chicks, you name it, dude.
that's great. That's awesome. So we have
Beliefs.
moments of crisis in your life that
Okay.
makes you make a decision.
Yeah.
It always is that decision.
Yeah,
That's
I agree with
propelled and fueled by emotion.
Totally.
Where you say, I will no longer tolerate this.
Yeah.
Right? So that's how it starts. You have to make a decision about who you want to be from this moment forwards and what you want to experience in your life. Your non-negotiables, or what you will choose to tolerate and what you will choose to not tolerate any longer. So once you make that decision, it all comes down to, okay, now I got to build the beliefs, the identity, and the worldview that will support me moving in that direction. The question is, how do you do that? Like, if you want to be a confident person, how do you become a more confident person? How do you believe that you're a confident person, that you can do whatever you set your mind to?
Yeah.
For me, it was as simple as building discipline or going against myself.
Okay.
So at any given moment, we're always battling against a version of ourselves, our lower self, our primal self, if you will, that monkey mind, right? We're trying to be more conscious, but we're battling against that comfortable part in ourselves that say, hey, don't go out there and take risk. Keep yourself in this shell because this is safe. You've been alive and you've been holding these beliefs, these limiting beliefs for so long, and it's kept you safe in your life. So keep holding on to them. Don't go out there and try to start that business because you are going to lose money. Don't go out there and approach that girl because she will reject you and then you will get humiliated and you will get bullied, right? So these beliefs are survival beliefs that we're always fighting because you know consciously that you have to go and approach that girl. You have to take that risk because without risk, there is no reward.
Yep.
Right? So you know what to do consciously, but you can't get yourself to do it. And the only way to break that pattern is to just say, fuck it, stop thinking, overwhelm that thinking mind, that limbic brain, and just take massive action.
It's true. It's what I did too. That's why I yell at my clients. I'm like, guys, just stop thinking.
Just stop thinking. Just fucking do it.
That's why I think a lot of these influencers who are just screaming at people
Yeah.
work so well, because when you're getting screamed at, the only thing you can think of is either fight or flight.
Yeah.
Dude, you're just like, go or fight.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Let's talk about for a second your YouTube channel, because this is what you talk about on your YouTube channel, right? It's just pure beliefs and identity and self-development, personal development, philosophy.
Yeah.
How many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
I think like 570,000.
Did you hear that, guys? 570,000. Just like it was no big deal. Just like 570,000. Just like just about 10 times bigger than the hometown I grew up in, which is incredible.
That's actually crazy when you think about it like that.
Yeah.
It's like if I get a video that gets 1 million views, that's like, 10 cities combined.
That's insane.
It's actually wild.
And if you were to put that many people around you, like you're literally like, you have the power of like ancient kings.
Dude, it's monumental.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah. It's
so like we have a king. We have a modern day king.
Oh, you're making me blush.
Quazi. King Quazi sitting across from us. So so how can someone like myself, right, who's just starting on YouTube, put myself in the best chances to win on YouTube? Because I know there's other people that want to start channels.
It's a good question.
How do I win on YouTube?
How you would win on YouTube, if I were you, what I would do is I would get clear on who I want to serve.
Okay.
And I think you're doing that really well. So that young men, they kind of need this. And you have a story, a pain that you solved, that made you go from maybe this 17, 18-year-old that you were maybe feeling lost at life or whatever it may be. And then you really figured some things out. You're driving a fucking BMW, like you're living in this really expensive place. You're investing in yourself. A lot of teenagers, a lot of 24-year-old, 22-year-olds would be like fucking hype if they could be in this situation where you are at right now.
Oh, thank you.
Right? So you're a role model to 22-year-olds, 21-year-olds. I mean, even probably people slightly a lot older than you even, right? So it's just getting clear first on that person that you're helping, that you're providing a transformation to, and then getting clear on what your brand stands for and being unique and authentic to that brand. And then the next part would be looking at what are they searching for? What are they addicted to? Like I'm sure people your age, like people younger, men. Exactly. That
we know what you guys are searching online. Okay, it starts with P, ends with B.
Prawn. Eating some prawns. So you know that teenagers, boys like this age, they're looking for ways in which they can impress women.
Yep.
Probably like even 30, 40, 50-year-olds. That's just like
it's primal.
It's a primal urge for men that never go away. And if it does, you should be concerned because that means your testosterone is probably pretty low.
I agree.
So there's that. And they're also probably searching for how to become better as men, like how to make money and how to have social status. So those are the topics that if you speak about and you do your own unique take, because what sets you apart on YouTube is being unique.
Yeah.
Like I see people with no editing whatsoever do a video, post a video and get millions of views. Nothing. This is a person literally holding up a camera and just speaking to them.
What's the guy's name who's doing that right now? It's crushing. The bodybuilder guy. It's going viral.
Sam Sulek.
Yes. Sam Sulek's
doing that. He's just doing daily vlogs. See, the cool thing about him is he has his own unique way of doing things.
Yeah.
It's unique. It's different. It goes back to the ancient origins of YouTube.
Yep.
That's how people were making videos. Like, oh, I'm here at the fucking zoo. Like, here you go. And then it gets like 15 million views.
It's crazy. And he does daily. What do you think about daily? Because I know a lot of people in the YouTube space.
Yeah.
I've been told once a week. What are your thoughts on someone starting? Do you think they should do once a week? Should they do daily like Sam?
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Once you get clear on your brand and what you want, you have to make a decision on what cadence of content posting suits the purpose, the mission that you're wanting to accomplish. So if you have a show, right, you can post weekly, you can post monthly. But if you have, let's say, an educational thing, or you have like a unique experience thing where people they don't really expect you to post a lot of content because you have a busy life. That's how you're portraying yourself. Then you post once a month, or you don't really have a regular posting schedule. It's when you feel inspired. I've seen all sorts of shit.
Kino body.
YouTube. Yeah, exactly.
Very busy life. Lots of models, yachts. My good friend Grego Gallagher. Yeah, no, he's awesome. But yeah, keep going though. So it depends on the type of person you want to be. Yeah.
Yeah, and the kind of brand you want to have. I know a guy who does documentary style videos, and he takes 8 months, 12 months to make a video. And every video he puts out gets 5-10 million views. He spends 8 months working on a video.
He's almost like in the movie business. He drops a movie
Pretty
every
much.
8 to 12 months and
Exactly.
he self-publishes on YouTube.
Exactly. And
That's
I know
interesting.
people who post daily. Like, it all depends. It's more quality than quantity.
Yeah, quality.
But if you're someone who's getting started off and you want to find your voice and what's working for you, I would say having a regular posting schedule is going to help you. So commit to either weekly, 2 a week, once a month, whatever you commit to.
So if you're open to it, I want a little coaching on my posting schedule. Okay. Knowing the demographic we just discussed, which is spot on.
Yeah.
Younger guys, I think what would serve them, and correct me if I'm wrong, these guys are on their phones 4 to 6 hours a day, if not more. So if they're going to be consuming someone else's content, Tate, whoever, I want it to be me. I want all your attention. No, but I think daily. So I've wanted to do daily, but my content advisory team, who they've worked with some big names, they're like, well, you're going to get burned out. Like, is there a world in which I go a year with I post daily? And then after a year, I drop it back to 3 times a week because things have blown up?
I mean, I did 8 months straight where I posted daily.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you...
Not
so
8, 9 months straight, yeah.
So you started off by posting daily for 8 to 9 months?
So no? I started weekly, and then I went to 3 a week, and then I went to daily.
And what do you do now?
I do whenever I feel like one, like every other week. I try to do weekly, but, pretty much like when I get inspired.
What's going on, guys? It's Bridger. Listen, a lot of you guys watching the podcast want to know how you guys can get a hold of me. Best way is to join my Bridge Builder Brotherhood and shoot me a DM on school. First link in the description. You've got exclusive content, monthly coaching calls with me, and I'm posting all the time in there. It's like our own little social media platform. First link in the description, completely for free. Let's get back to the podcast.
Okay. So you're kind of at the place now where you've got content living out there. It's kind of like digital real estate. You have so many properties. They're just bringing in you freaking views and money and cash that you're just kind of...
I mean, that's no reason to get lazy. I always push myself to like think about it, but I'm not going to push myself to make a mediocre video and just for the sake of putting it out.
Of course.
If it takes a little bit longer, but I try to aim to do one every single week.
Okay.
That's the goal. But it usually happens that it takes 10 days, some animation work needs to be done, some video editing work, something is not perfect,
Yeah, I honestly want to do 5 a week.
Okay.
5 a week, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Or whatever you recommend. But I want to do 2 long form pieces of content where I sit down and rip on the camera.
Yeah.
Or like one of those 2 could be a vlog once a week, but I'll probably do 2 vlogs a month because they're a bit harder to do.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do 3 podcasts because I love podcasts. They're easy for me. I honestly love, Quazi, I would have you out to dinner just to ask you these same questions.
Yeah, right.
But now I get to share with the audience. It's fun.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of that's what I'm thinking. 2 and then 3 on long form YouTube. What do you think?
I think it's good, man. I think if you can commit to doing something like that, that's great. Just commit to something and do it regularly.
For how long? Because I'm committed to doing this for like 6 a whole year. Yeah, so commit to it for a full year. So then I'd have to really think about it. And honestly, that's not that bad because I've been stacking podcasts like 2, 3 a day.
Yeah.
And if I do 2, 3 a day, that's for 1 week, right? If I have a day where I do podcasts once a week, right? And so that I would just have to think about how many guests. If
you do podcasts, like if I were to do podcasts, I'd do 1 a month, honestly. But that's the place I'm at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to do more though. Yeah.
If I was someone getting started right now, I would do. Yeah, I would do what you're doing. I would just get as much volume out there as I can.
That's what I'm
Digital
doing.
real estate, right? Like you said.
I need more real estate out there. I've got nothing. And on top of that, I also enjoy it. And then I know it serves my audience.
Yeah.
Right. And it pushes me and I'm growing. Like these podcasts are only going to get better and better and better. Like I'm committed to doing 1,000.
That's exactly why.
Right. They're going to get better and better. And so I see them as reps. So I'm just trying to get reps in. Like I honestly, like I'm committed to doing 1,000 podcasts.
Okay.
Like I want to have 1,000 conversations over the next 5 years.
Okay.
Right. Like that's my goal. Like, cause what's Joe Rogan at? He's at like 2,000 or something or what? How many does he have? 800, 900. Like he's got,
I don't even know.
I don't even know, but that's the level I want to play at. So, okay. So that's good advice, man. And then how have you built your business? Cause if you don't mind me asking, what are you generating as far as revenue from just your YouTube, and back end coaching sales?
So like total revenue lifetime?
Sure. And then what do you do on average, like in 2023?
So
what will you do this year?
Generated a total of 7 million.
Nice.
Lifetime.
And you started what, like 2-3 years ago on your channel, or how long? Longer?
So I started the channel in 2019, I believe, 2018, 2019. Yeah. So first year I started the channel, I wasn't making any money.
Yeah.
I just spent a year making videos. I didn't even pitch or anything.
Wow.
I just spent some time making like an audience because I also had no idea what to do, like pitch.
Right.
I was fucking confused. I was like,
Why did you start, by the way? What's the story there?
So I knew that I wanted financial freedom and I just wanted to make 20K a month. That was my initial goal. And I didn't want to go into a 9 to 5. So I was like, what do I want? Well, I want to do what my friend Arlen and Raphael are doing. They were traveling the world. So Arlen, he was like...
Arlen Moore or no?
Arlen Moore, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was super popular in school, in college. Like all the fucking girls knew him. I was like, who's this fucking guy?
You knew him in college?
Yeah, we went to college together. We're in the same year.
Where the hell did you guys go to college?
Boston University. Yeah.
Couple of blokes.
Couple of blokes and
Couple of blokes. So he was popular in college.
Yeah, he was.
And he
was
blew
doing
up, right?
vlogs.
Okay.
He was doing like vlogs, and before he even went to college, like he was so like he had 100,000 subscribers going to college. It was legendary.
So
right?
he
Everyone
was
on
he was
campus knew him.
slaying.
He was slaying.
He was slaying chicks.
No. Chicks was slaying him, bro.
He was getting slayed.
Yeah,
He was getting abused.
slayed.
He was getting abused.
He
Oh my
literally
god.
was.
That's
He's a
insane.
good-looking dude, like, you know, on the hockey team, you know. It's just everything you want in college.
We'll have to have him on the podcast. We have a bunch of mutuals.
Yeah.
Arlen, we'll get you on the podcast soon. Let me know when you want to come out to Scottsdale.
Yeah. Anyway, so him and I went to college together, and I saw him, and I saw my buddy Raphael. Raphael was doing YouTube, and he was traveling the world. He didn't have a college degree or anything. He just dropped out. So I was like, okay, maybe there's something with YouTube. I could make YouTube videos. I was also definitely terrified of making videos because I got bullied when I was a kid for like doing guitar tutorials.
Really?
Another story.
The
for another
belief,
day.
the
Yeah.
punishment, the trauma.
Exactly. I was holding on to that trauma, but I had to
Yeah.
overcome it because it was irrational.
Yeah.
And so I started making YouTube videos, and I just committed to doing it for a year, like whenever I could. I did 3 a week, maybe, talking about books and different personal development stuff that I read, things that I'm passionate about. And, you know, that led to in 2019, like I believe I started in 2018. So
Okay.
New Year's 2017, I think I made like a commitment that in 2018 I'm gonna make YouTube videos that year. So December 31st, 2017,
Okay.
I started my channel. And January 1st, I posted my first video in 2018. And then we went from that to
So you said January 1st, 2018, you started first video on YouTube? Okay, wow. And what was how many videos did you post approximately? What was your posting schedule then? 2018?
I would say maybe 2-3 a week.
2 or 3 a week. Okay,
Yeah.
so that would be like what,
Some
100?
weeks I couldn't because I had like exams.
So
and
probably
shit.
100 videos your first year? About?
Yeah.
Yeah, 52
right
weeks.
about.
Okay.
I got 800 subscribers maybe.
800 subscribers your first year.
Yeah, maybe.
So you went a
something like
whole year.
that. I don't think it was. I don't know honestly.
We'll look at his history and throw up his graph on the screen here.
Let's do that at some point.
Okay, so but about how many would you say subscribers first year and then second? Because I want to see the growth.
I'm pretty sure within the first year was 800 subscribers.
Okay, and then what? Do you remember 2019? What happened? How many subscribers?
I think.
What's your story? When did it blow up? When was the moment you're like, "Fuck, I made it"?
I think by December of the end of the year, I had 80,000.
So 2019, you really started to see traction.
Yeah.
And then what was your posting schedule then?
So
Similar?
towards the end of 2018, I was actually making 7 videos.
A day or week?
No, I was filming 7 a day. I was filming 7 a day, editing 7 a day, and
What?
publishing 7 a day myself.
You posted 7 YouTube videos a day.
Yeah.
For how long?
No, I mean I like scheduled them for the week.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so I
So you do
batched
one
them
day.
up. I
Okay,
batched
batch
them
them.
up.
Okay, you
And I
batch
did
them.
that for 8 months.
Okay, for 8 months. So you did do daily. Okay, and that's when you grew from 0 to 80.
No, I think I grew
Or
from,
800
like,
to 80.
I still had, unfortunately, like around maybe 1,200.
Okay, I have like 600 subscribers right now. So we'll see. And I bet you I could get more once I start posting for my Instagram. I got like 38,000 there.
Okay.
So we'll probably get a couple thousand just from that. And then also the cool thing about podcasts, let me tell you why I think podcasts are totally underrated and slept on.
Okay.
Because when I have people like you on, for example, and we crush the content, right? You share things you've never shared before. You're fired up about it.
Yeah.
I give you a little trailer. You post it on your social.
Yeah.
Now people come and watch the show. And then anyone that resonates, right, percentage, then they start watching the show. So then it starts to grow, right? So that's why I think Joe Rogan, like he got some of the most famous people on.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be looking for Joe, but then all of a sudden Elon Musk, I know Elon Musk. Who the hell is Joe?
Yeah.
And they start watching, oh, there we go. And then they associate Joe.
Right.
It's very, very powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, well, let's talk about where you're going next, right? Because the thing about why I started the show, Bridging the Gap, was to share how you went from, avoiding the hamster wheel
Yeah.
to then becoming multimillionaire successful. When did you start to make money with YouTube? Because I know you said 2019 you got to 80,000 subscribers. In 2020, where did you go from there?
So 2019 is actually when I started to make money from YouTube.
Okay.
End of January of 2019 or February of 2019, I bought this like consulting program that taught me how to start my coaching
Sam
business.
Evans?
Yeah.
Consulting.
Consulting
.com.
Accelerator.
Yeah, it's such a good program, huh?
It was phenomenal. One of the best programs.
Most
I've
people
ever
have bought that program that make millions now. It's crazy.
taken. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. At how
What was the
how many
biggest,
millionaires.
what's the number one lesson that you attribute from that course to your success?
Sales script probably.
The sales script.
Yeah.
Walk me through the Sam Evans sales script. I love sales.
I'm gonna tell you something I've never said publicly on record. I actually pirated the course. I pirated it. I didn't even buy it at first. So I pirated the 2.0 version of it, like the old version of it.
Wow.
Yeah, I found it on the torrent bay or some shit. Because back then I was so cheap and I was so broke.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spend money like the last $2,000 I had on the program.
Right.
And I pirated it, and I actually, went through the lessons, and I found the sales script, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a little launch on my YouTube channel of 800 subscribers.
Okay.
And I booked like 18 sales calls or like 11, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna use this sales script. First one, no close. Second one, no close. Third one, no close. And I got on the fourth call, and I'm like, yep. So it'll be $9.97 for this whole thing. And the guy was like, okay, let me go and find my card. And I start fucking panicking. I'm like, holy shit. Am I about to make $1,000 online? Am I literally about to make $1,000? And he was like, oh, my Mexican, because he was from Mexico, my Mexican credit card doesn't go through. Like, can you split it up into like, $4.99 and $4.99? I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And then I just like did a PayPal link or something for $4.99 and $4.99. And he made the payment, and I was like, holy shit, this works. And I immediately went and bought the program. I immediately went and paid him.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You know what's crazy? That's why I've decided to give away my best shit for free.
Yeah.
Because people are going to...
That's why I do that.
Yeah, people are going to pirate your shit, do all that shit. Yeah. I'm going to give it to you. If you want to like get into my script, you want to learn my script, my system, whatever, Bridging the Gap Sales Mastery, one of my B5 programs, listen, I'm going to give it to you for free. All you got to do is go to my school group, hit the link in the description. I'll give it to you for free.
Yeah.
Because I know it's actually good. Like a lot of these people who will charge you up front to pay for it. Dude, I'll give you all the good shit for free. You use it, you get the results, and like,
yep,
here's my money, right? Because the way I see it is like you obviously paid $2,000. How much did you think you made after that? What was your growth of your business after that? Now that you discovered sales calls and closing deals, which is what I teach, by the way.
Are you kidding me? It was infinitely valuable. Like it's $7 million worth of value.
$7 million. Guys, $7 million from sales. So you started taking your own calls, and what was your revenue growth? Like what was month one? So then you take first call. I know you had 18 calls after that. Did you close more?
Yeah, so I believe that month I closed around 2 deals, and I made like $2,000.
Boom. Pay for the course.
Yeah.
Break even.
Yeah. I was like, wow, that's great. And then the next month, I believe I made $3K in February. March, I did another launch. I was doing one-on-ones back then. April, I did maybe 2 or 3, maybe even 4K. May is when I had a really tough month.
Tough month.
Yeah, so I had like 30 sales calls or something, and I closed none of them. And I had a lot of pressure that month because I was supposed to go into the 9-to-5 job. But my parents were like really hounding on me. They were like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you can't do this. Like, you have to go and get a real job. Like, this isn't, because, they don't fucking understand.
Yeah, they don't
They're
get it.
brown, like fucking from Bangladesh. And, they did a 9-to-5 job their whole lives. And I totally get it. I totally understand it. I wouldn't expect them to.
They didn't grow up with the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the internet we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, I that month I made nothing. And I just remember, just crying literally every fucking day that month.
Wow.
Yeah, I was so depressed.
Crying.
Yeah. Literally.
Bawling your eyes out?
Bawling my eyes out.
On the ground.
On the ground. On the ground. Dude, I was in a fetal position fucking crying.
Fetal position crying.
Position, like a little baby.
That's crazy. But did you quit?
I did not quit.
He didn't quit, guys.
That's just something I had to do to get out of my system so I can pick myself back up and get back in the ring.
Wow. So you did that for a month. And did you take sales calls while you were crying? Like, and then you get on the phone and you're like,
yeah.
Now, could you please get your credit card out, please?
Pretty much. And that's why it wasn't working. And so I needed a mindset shift for the following month. I needed to lower my importance and how much meaning I was attributing to the sale. Because the sale was very, very important to me.
Pedestal.
I put it on a pedestal. And anything you put on a pedestal, anything you look up to is going to look down on you. Right? So then the month of June, I did my first 8K month. The month of July, I did my first 12K month. The month of August, I did my first 18K month. And prior to that, a year and a month prior to that, 13 months prior to that, I read Dean Graziosi's book, Millionaire Success Secrets. And in it, he had like an exercise where you set a goal. Like, by this time next year, where would you like to be? And I was like, 20K month. And it took me 1 year, 1 month to get to 18K month. Ever since I wrote that. And I was like, holy crap. It's
a great book. I read it too.
It's a phenomenal
Within a year, I made my first $20,000 month at 18. Bought the BMW cash that I picked you up in.
There you go.
So the book is a very good book.
It's a great book.
Good job, Dean. We need another Millionaire Success Habits 2.0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But So, and then September, I think was my first, I want to say 50K month. Yeah.
Of what? Which year? 2019. Still
2020. 2019.
2019. Still
2019.
50K month. 2019. That's
Yeah.
legit.
October and November were like 70, 80K months.
Okay.
December was again another, like, I think it dipped a little bit to 70K. January of 2020 was my first 100K month.
Wow.
I remember hitting that number and literally just feeling nothing.
Oh, feeling nothing.
I just felt nothing.
I thought you were gonna say you started crying again.
No, I literally felt nothing. I was like, wow, that's it. Like, I just remember feeling like,
Empty.
yeah, like, what's next? You know?
I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what's next?
Yeah.
And that's that moment I started to realize the numbers are great, but they don't really mean much. They don't mean much.
They don't mean much
It's
unless
just numbers.
Yeah, unless you make meaning out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the meaning you make out of the numbers.
Exactly.
Those 6 figures in your account are useless until they're used.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I went and bought my first Rolex.
Is it the one we got on the wrist?
No, this is
Show it off to the
recently.
camera. This is a great looking freaking Rolex right here.
Yeah, this one I just bought recently in February. I wouldn't be able to afford this back then. But I bought like a little Submariner, a $10,000 Submariner.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's worth it. It was worth it. Yeah.
What did you know? By the way, I love my Rolex. I bought it right when I had 6 figures in my bank account.
Yeah.
And I also had a $50,000 week.
Nice.
So that was huge.
Yeah.
It was actually the launch. I bought it at the launch of launching Greg's Inner Circle.
Nice.
I helped create the offer. Cole and Mitchell helped and stuff. 16K offer. We had 150 applications, booked like 20 calls, closed 13 on the brand new offer at 16K. And so we did like 200K plus revenue and 140K cash in, right?
Wow.
Week of my birthday, 2022. So I was like, we got something. And then I was like, well, wait a second. We only closed 13 out of the 150 leads. What are we going to do with the rest of them? Like, let's sell them a freaking 3 to 5K program.
Yeah.
So then we called them all up and I started closing 3 to 5K programs, built the sales team. And within 60 days, we're doing $380,000 a month.
Get the fuck out.
I took guys who were literally on their parents' couches playing video games, smoking weed, bunch of bums, to making $20,000 a month commission.
Wow.
I felt like the Wolf of Wall Street.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, it's like, that's more meaningful than making that 100K or 50K or whatever you make.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The helping people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I do it. I do it for you guys.
It's the people.
And the experiences. I love experiences. See, experiences, connections, and relationships, I think are the ultimate resource. Because an experience, like when you have that experience, you're going to be on your deathbed, you're going to be thinking about that experience.
Yeah.
Like, man, that time when I got to meet that person, or that time I got to do that thing,
Yeah.
or travel somewhere. You know, so for you, what would you say for you has been the climax of your human experience?
The climax of my human experience. I have climaxed.
Your kids are watching. No, kidding.
I have climaxed.
You've climaxed.
Well, you know,
What's the peak, dude? You can be honest, dude. If you want to call it, whatever. What was the moment? Yeah. What do you
I
think?
think it was the birth of my son.
Was it?
Yeah. Like that moment, the second day. It
That
was even
little
the first
kid.
day. The first time I held him. Okay, so when I saw him coming out and I actually held him for the first time.
You saw him coming out?
Yeah.
You watched the whole
I
thing?
watched the whole thing.
This man's he's a true American.
I wasn't about to miss that. I said, I don't want to miss that.
He's like,
moment.
if anyone's catching my kid, it's going to be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Cut
it,
the
dude.
cord.
I'm this.
Cut the cord. And
Did you?
everything. Yeah.
Burn your boats, guys, and cut the cord.
Yeah. Ate the placenta.
Whoa!
I'm
Whoa! Let's
Imagine.
go. This guy's freaking
This guy's freaky, eh?
unchained.
But anyway, no, the
yeah.
first time I held my kid,
Okay, so you're holding
yeah,
him.
I was like, holy shit.
Did
I'm
you look into his
responsible
eyes?
for this
Where did you like? What made
life.
you
He was
like?
crying.
He was crying.
He was crying. But I held him and I was like, this is wonderful. This is amazing. I think that's gonna be one of the best moments.
Man, I can't wait to have a kid.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I need to get to work, man.
Dude, it's amazing.
Is it?
It's amazing. Like a lot of
many-
people just say
yeah.
like, oh, it's so hard having a kid. I'm like, yeah, but
It's amazing.
But you know, they do say it's hard, but it's amazing. It's fulfilling.
Anything
That's-
worth doing in life's hard.
That's true.
7 videos a day, dude. Come on, dog. That's a lot of work. How long did that take you, by the way?
Took me 4 hours to film the videos, another 4 hours to edit them, another 3 hours to publish them, like schedule them out, like do the thumbnails and everything.
Yeah,
and schedule them
thumbnails
out.
and all the posting stuff. So that's a
Back
11
then,
hour
though,
day.
I wasn't focusing on quality. I just wanted to get quantity out.
Okay.
I just wanted to pump video out.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not at that level. Like, I'm just pumping stuff out, but I do want to get them out. Like, I want quality because I have a team, so I hold them to a high standard.
Yeah.
But I'd rather focus on quantity.
You want quantity.
I want to max out my quality with the quantity that I can do.
Right.
Right. I don't want to sacrifice quantity for quality right now because I think getting it out there is better than having no content.
Absolutely.
Right. That's crazy, man. So, birth of your son. How many more kids are you gonna have?
Probably at least 8 more.
8 kids?
kidding.
Shut the
kidding. At least 2
French
more.
door, dude. What's that?
At least 2 more.
At least 2 more?
Yeah.
Are you gonna keep going till you get a baby girl?
Of course.
You want a baby girl? Yeah,
Definitely.
I want a baby girl.
Dude, everyone that I spoke to, every dude that I speak to who has a baby girl is like, yeah, for some reason, like when my daughter, like or when my kid was born, I just went on a different level of performance. I'm like, did you have a baby girl? Yeah, I did. It's like the son
I
doesn't
think
do
there
as
is some-
much, but the baby girl. Like,
There's some
puts you in a
science to
different
it.
level.
There is some science to it. I don't know what it is.
Become the protector, bro.
Well, dude, your genes aren't gonna freaking they aren't gonna live on, dude.
Yeah.
Like if you have a bunch of daughters, like they're gonna take another dude's name,
Yeah.
take another dude's penis. Like, let's be real, dude. Like versus if your son, dude, he's gonna be given it. He's gonna be given the name, given the penis. Listen, we know you guys home talk like this, all right? We ain't gonna leave anything back.
Out of this, like Bridge is saying, like giving penis.
When you have a daughter, no, I'm not gonna say it.
Don't say it.
I won't say it.
Don't say it. Thank you.
I will say it. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Let's move on. So, let's talk about your growth. What did you have to endure? Who did you have to become to bridge the gap from being literally on the floor crying to making millions of dollars, having a son, and being the freaking boss that you are today?
I had to do the thing that I didn't want to do, the uncomfortable thing. Like every single morning I woke up to film, I had this deep pit of anxiety in my stomach.
Damn, do you still have that?
Oh,
Be real.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
I would say sometimes.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know the difference is before it used to affect me, now I don't even notice it. It's just there. If it's there, it's there. If it's not there, it's there. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter because what I set my intention to will get done. If I'm anxious, not anxious, it's not me. I'm not identified with it. You know, when I was a kid, that anxiety used to drive me. You know, that fear used to drive me. But now I can use the fear to unlock different levels of performance. Yeah. You can channel it. You can use the anger. You don't let it use you. Whatever you feel, it's a great asset. You can always use it. It sucks when you don't feel anything. That's that apathy is that state that can be a little detrimental. That's the lowest vibration state. But when you're feeling something, you can channel it.
Let's talk about that for a second. Because we were actually talking about this, and you'll see some of the clips as well, but I was interviewing you at Cole's event, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about beliefs. Or actually, no, we did talk about beliefs, but we talked about truth.
Yeah.
Absolute truth. And you believe there is no absolute truth.
I do believe there's an absolute
Okay, what is the absolute truth?
that there is one truth.
There is one truth. Okay, so you do believe there is one absolute truth, right?
Yeah.
What were you saying, though, that I was like, oh, you know what it was? I asked you, what are you willing to die for? Do you remember that?
I don't think you asked me that.
What? We'll go back and find the footage. I interviewed a lot of people today.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me ask you this, though. I do want to know. What are you willing to die for? Like, what's the one belief or the one absolute truth that you would literally put your wife, your kids, everything you own, and your life on the line to die for?
Nothing.
There's nothing you would die for.
I would never put like my wife and my kids on the line for like a truth. You can have your fucking truth. I don't give a fuck.
So
What's going on, guys? It's Bridger. Listen, a lot of you guys watching the podcast want to know how you guys can get a hold of me. Best way is to join my Bridge Builder Brotherhood and shoot me a DM on school. First link in the description. You've got exclusive content, monthly coaching calls with me, and I'm posting all the time in there. It's like our own little social media platform. First link in the description, completely for free. Let's get back to the podcast.
tell me right now, as a man,
Yeah.
okay, we'll save your wife and kids, all right?
Yeah.
We'll set them aside. Is there anything you'd be willing to die for?
Probably my wife and kids. It's a tough question to answer because
It is a tough question.
like all of these ideas, I don't
Yeah.
hold any ideas near and dear to my heart that I would
Right.
like give my life for it. It's just an idea. It's just a theoretical
Totally.
concept that you're holding in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just silly. Like, yeah, it may seem noble that people go to war, men go to war for like a particular cause and purpose, but at the end of the day, for what? It's like lives, you know? I think the most precious thing is a human life.
I love that, dude.
Do you know how the probability of being born as a human,
Billions. 1 out of billions.
being, existing as a human?
Is it 1 out of
It's
2.8
rare.
billion or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Buddha talked about this. He was like, it's so rare to be born a human being, but it's even rarer still to have heard about the word enlightenment as a human being. And it's even rarer still to be on the journey to enlightenment as a human being. Like you must have done karmically, like in your past lives, you must have done some real good shit to be in this position to have actually had exposure to all of these things. Like think about how rare it is, what an honor it is, what a privilege it is that you're born as a human here and you actually get to be in personal development and like work on yourself.
Let's
and
talk
be a
about
conscious being.
let's talk about past lives.
Let's talk about it.
How many have you had?
I actually don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
It's funny because I took an Uber in Arizona and she was like, the lady was like, you should do past life regression therapy. PLTR, something like that.
Never heard of it.
PLR.
What do you do?
So you basically get into a hypnotic state and they take you back to different like lives that you might have had. And she was like, I was
Might have had or had?
you had, maybe. I don't know.
You've never done it.
I'd never done.
You
I don't
just
know if
heard
I had a
about
past life or not. I'm still like curious.
Okay.
I'd like to believe it because it does seem to make sense. But at the end of the day,
Why would you like to believe you had a past life?
Makes life more interesting. It makes sense out of a lot of things, like karmically why you have certain qualities and tendencies.
Okay.
Because the yogis talk about this a lot, that there's different past lives that we had. The reason why you're here striving for excellence, making money, and to be the best version of you is probably an unmet desire from a past life. And when you have an unmet desire in the past life and you die with that unmet desire, what happens is that spirit wants to take on the womb or the fetus of a like a suitable fetus that would, if you were born in that condition, it would be more likely that you could achieve the things that you're achieving now. And if you don't, you'll keep being reborn and better, like your soul will keep looking for better circumstances to be reborn in.
Let us know in the comments down below. Have you had any past lives? I want to know about it. And do you believe there were and are past lives for human beings? I'd be curious to know. Leave it in the comments. Interesting. Let's talk about sex.
All right.
How much sex do you have a week?
None.
No
Because I
sex.
just had a kid.
Oh, that's right. Now you have none.
You gotta wait.
You gotta wait. How long do you have to wait?
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yeah,
God, that's rude. Rough.
it's rough.
Any strategies for the guys that just had kids that have worked?
Use it as a time for self restraint,
Okay. Self-actualization.
self-actualization.
Okay. Semen retention.
Exactly.
Life force energy.
Yeah, your life energy.
Your life
Preserve
energy.
life energy.
Circulate the life force energy.
Yeah, like mantak chia.
Sexual transmutation.
Exactly.
You ever transmuted some sex?
Dude, I've transmuted everything.
What's the biggest transmutation you've had in your life?
Ideas into gold.
What's the number one idea you've transformed into gold?
I think just like being able to convince people that mindset is important and like selling people into mindset.
Why is mindset important?
Just think about it. Like everything that you're experiencing in your life right now is a result of what? Some thought that you had, some intention that you had in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's the place it originated from. And then you acted on it because you were intentful. You believed in it. That is mindset. That action is mindset. Right? If you can't get yourself to do something and control yourself, you have no control over yourself. You have no mindset. Yeah.
How much money should people spend on their personal development per year, in your opinion?
I think people should spend at least 30%, a third of their income on self-development, personal development, professional development, just in themselves, invest in
One
themselves.
third.
A third.
So you're telling me right now, guy who's making $250,000 should be spending $75,000 a year.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
I love it. Well, dude, listen, I've actually done that and sometimes some years more.
Yeah.
I've spent over $300,000 on personal development coaches and programs.
Yeah.
And I can tell you it's all come back to me in some way or shape or form. And I don't always track it in money. Yeah, the money's come back.
Yeah.
I've made the money. But I care more about relationships.
Yep.
I care more about experiences.
Yep.
And I care more about skill sets that I've developed. If I can increase my skills, increase my connections, increase my experiences, I'm going to be in a much stronger position to generate income on demand.
Yeah.
Anytime, anywhere, any place, for any reason.
Right.
Right? So for you, what's the best investment you've made in personal development for yourself? And what was the return? Was it the $2,000?
Dude, that was
Sam?
100%.
That was it.
One of the best
Okay.
decisions I'd made.
Are you friends with Sam now?
Yeah.
You guys are friends. How'd you become friends with Sam Ovens?
I invested in his
Quantum.
in his quantum mastermind.
Okay.
But also in school, his new platform.
You're an investor
Yeah.
in school.
Yeah.
How much do you own?
I don't think I can disclose that.
You can't disclose that.
I don't think I can. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, we won't disclose. Is it decent?
It's chump change.
Chump change. Okay.
I mean, it's subjective who you talk to. Like, I know people.
Depends on when they exit.
Yeah. I mean,
Will you get a piece of the pie if they exit?
it's going to be hopefully a decent piece of the pie.
Wow. Okay. Good to know. Outside of Sam, because obviously he's going to make you a ton of money.
Yeah.
Any other outsized returns in personal development you want to share with the audience?
Other returns that I've had from personal development. Shit, man. I've spent like
How much you spent on personal development?
more than 600 grand.
You spent over $600,000
Yeah.
personal development
I mean,
coaching
just like
programs.
in total like coaches
course.
programs,
Yeah.
masterminds, personal development, at least more than half a
Yeah.
million.
Forget about Sam.
Yeah.
We love you, Sam. I love you, Sam. We got to get you on the podcast soon. Come to Scottsdale, or I'll come to you. But yeah, put Sam aside and then focus on the other ones because I'm curious if there's any others or you just credit to Sam.
Well, recently I joined Cole's mastermind, the boardroom,
Yep.
and I think that's been a really great investment.
You love Cole's mastermind.
Yeah.
Why?
I think more than the event is phenomenal. This is the first event I've been to. That's why I'm here.
This is your first one.
Yeah.
Congratulations, my
Thank
man.
you.
Let's go.
It's the first boardroom event.
Wow.
The support that they have is really good. Like the account managers
Okay.
and the relationships that are built in there have been phenomenal.
Who's your account manager?
Ammon.
I love Ammon.
You know him?
He's a good dude. He's got a great suit on today. You're looking good, Ammon. If you're watching the podcast, we love you, dude. You're a good looking cat.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ammon. Okay, what has been the number one thing you've learned from Ammon as he's coached you as an account manager for these?
Yeah. I think he's done a lot of done for you work for me, like
Wow.
reviewing sales reps calls, which has been really helpful.
That's huge.
Yeah, but just learning like different people's quirks, you know, like how to speak to different people, because sales reps have different mentalities.
Speak to the sales reps in different ways or speak to your clients in different ways? Or
Sales
both? Sales reps, okay.
Yeah. Like managing your team well.
Yeah, because they're different.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, some of them need a stick, some of them need a carrot. Some of them need a bit of both.
Exactly.
Stick and a carrot.
Yep.
Little carrot stick soup.
Right.
Okay, so you've invested 600 grand. Cole's been a good one. Sam's been a good one. Both those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Where is Quazi going to be in 3 to 5 years? Thought to reality, living what he preaches. Declare it.
That's a good question. Well, would you like to know revenue-wise where I'd like to be?
Everything. I want, dude, listen, I want your B5 answer, dude. I want your beliefs in 5 years, your body in 5 years, your business, your brotherhood, your babe, and B6, your babies.
Yeah.
How many babies we popping out next 5 years?
I'll probably have at least one more, if not
Okay.
two.
One or two more babies. Relationship with the wife? What's that look like?
Probably have a girlfriend on the side now. I'm just kidding.
Whoa!
I'm just joking.
Is
no,
he?
just a
Is he
deeper,
though?
more fulfilling relationship with the wife.
Okay.
At
How many dates you take her out on per week?
least once a week.
At least once a week.
It's
That's a
been
good
a little
rule.
dicey because with the baby now,
Yeah,
we've
finding a
tried.
sitter and stuff.
We don't even have a sitter. We just take the baby with us.
You take
Yeah.
your baby with you.
Yeah, because he's
Savage.
He's an infant. He's like 3 weeks old.
Right. You can't even leave him with anybody yet.
But
Right?
I'll probably take some date nights when my mom comes to visit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Moms are clutch, man.
Mom's a clutch.
I'm about to move. When I have my kids, man, I'm moving my mom in, dude. I'm getting her an extra little side house. She's gonna come over, nanny the kids,
Oh yeah, do you try
maybe
that when you
homeschool the kids.
see what your wife says about that?
What do you think she'll say,
I don't know. It depends on her temperament. Some wives don't like their mother-in-laws there.
dude? My wife, my girlfriend loves my mom
All right, that's
right
good.
now.
That's good.
She may not though if she moves in. We'll see.
All right.
Or at least have her within 5-10
You're already
minutes.
thinking
Though.
about kids. I like that.
Dude, listen, I'm ready to pop them out now,
Pop
dude.
'em
Let's
out.
go, dude. Success loves speed, dude.
It does love speed. Hey, I think being a young dad is the best thing you can do.
I agree, dude. I want our kids to be friends, dude. I gotta get to freaking work, dude.
Yeah, you do.
I gotta get to work,
to
man.
work,
We
man.
gotta
Pop 'em
get
up.
Clark to work. We gotta get Brian to work.
my
We gotta
God,
get all
yes,
the
we do.
homies, dude.
Brian needs to get to work like yesterday.
Dude, they need to be popping them out already, dude. What the hell's going on, dude? No, but well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If you were to start everything over in 2023,
Yes.
not in 2019,
You mean
4 years.
2024?
Sorry, yeah, 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2024. Lots changed.
Yes, it has.
Lots changed. We got AI now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We got COVID that happened.
Yeah.
Completely revolutionized how people use the internet.
Yeah.
Where are you going to go if you were going to build a similar thing, and how would you do it in half the time?
If I were to build a similar thing.
Yeah, because you love what you do, right?
Yeah, I
you
do
wouldn't
love what I
trade it
do.
for the So
But
how,
the thing is,
yeah.
like, if I were to get started again,
'Kay.
like knowing what I know now, I know there's some great companies you can work for. and
You would
get a
work
great
for a
piece of
company?
pie, like
Really?
online companies.
You'd work for an online coaching business.
I
Who would
don't
you
even
work
know.
for right now?
I don't even know. Like, if it were me, I would work for someone
'Kay.
and make money,
Yeah,
like stack up cash,
Yeah.
so I have capital.
yeah.
Because what I did back then, I don't think there were a lot of coaching companies back then who were like doing something similar.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm just stubborn and I can't work under an employer. You know, I'm too much of a diva. Who knows?
You're a diva.
Yeah, I'm probably a diva. But anyway, if I were to do the same thing in half the time, knowing what I know now, I could do it very, very quickly. Like,
How quickly? We take away all. Let's do undercover millionaire. Quasi ain't a billionaire yet.
Okay.
But let's say we go undercover.
Yeah.
We take away your followers. We take away all your connections. We take away your name. And you restart all your social, drop you in a random city, right, in America. How are you going to become a millionaire?
Well, I start knocking door to door first.
Would you?
No. I would get back to YouTube. That's what I know.
So you do content.
Yeah, I do content.
But let's say you have no experience, no skills. What would you post if you were literally a nobody?
Well, I mean, then I'd do exactly what I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because what did you accomplish? Just out of curiosity, what did you accomplish when you started posting YouTube that felt like you were going to be someone that is worthy or had the identity to post on YouTube?
I just felt like I knew how to speak. Like I could clarify my thoughts, and I believe what's unique about me, and what my clients say, is that I have like an engineer's mind, and when you bring that approach, like a unique approach to that, to like the law of attraction or personal development, you can really solidify it and make it make sense to a lot of people who are like more analytical, because they're the ones who are the most skeptical about all this woo-woo shit.
Yeah.
And I was too. You know, I see all this woo-woo shit. I'm like, oh, dude, why are you doing that? Why are you making this so much more complicated than it needs to be? Or what's all this feeling shit? Like, I'm not gonna chant some I'm confident shit until I can do the work that I need to do. No, you know, it's a lot more logical than that, which is like breaking it down into, hey, these are the paradigms, these are the thoughts and feelings that you have, and these are the actions that you need to take. Once you get all those congruent, results are bound to happen.
How'd you meet your wife?
Good question. You want to know the story?
I want to hear the story, dude, because I heard you had quite a bit of a. Heard you were a lady killer. Someone told me little bird intuition, something, someone, somewhere.
That I
What's
was
the
a lady
story?
killer?
Yeah, dude, we got some young, single, hungry guys looking to make some babies.
Yeah.
They want to wife up a hottie, man. How do they do it?
So
Do you have a photo you want to show your
my
family?
wife? Nah, it's fine.
She's private.
It's private.
His eyes only.
So I met her on the train. Yeah, so
In London?
it was in Boston.
Oh, Boston.
Boston.
They
yeah.
got trains in Boston?
tram,
Tram.
the T.
Is that the one where it's like hooked up to the thing above and it's okay? Yeah, I
It
know what
runs
you're
in the
talking
middle
about.
of the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get on like after a class one day, and I tap my card on the T, and then I look to my left as I'm walking through the corridor of the train, like the middle carriage, and all of a sudden I see this beautiful blonde girl, and I have a
She's
soft
blonde.
spot for blondies. Yeah. I have a soft spot for blondies.
Oh no.
I see him like, holy shit, I need to talk to that girl. I just get tunnel visioned. And I just start walking up to her. She's like listening to music in her headphones. I'm like, take them off. Yeah.
So you just motion like this.
Yeah.
You point at her, you're like,
Just take them off. Yeah.
do you smile? What was
I
the
smile. I was like, hi, I'm Quazi, nice to meet you. And I was like, what kind of drugs do you do?
No, you didn't.
That was the second thing I ever said to her. And then she just started laughing. And then we just exchanged Instagrams. And then
You made it. Just give me your Instagram. We'll talk about drugs
she was
later.
getting off. I was getting off. She was getting off. I was like, I'm not losing it. Like I need like we need something.
We need to have sex. we're gonna
basically
babies? No.
Basically.
Marriage? No.
Yeah, that's pretty much how we met.
So when you saw this woman,
Yeah.
could you tell she was wifey material?
I didn't know at first. I didn't know. It's a good question.
You didn't know if she was a wifey material.
Yeah.
But what was the first date?
The first date, I invited her to my dorm room, to my apartment building. Yeah, I just
No,
had
you
to get
didn't.
to business. Yeah.
Did you guys have sex?
No.
Okay.
So the first time, I was just like, "Hey, do you want to smoke weed together?"
Do you do a lot of drugs?
I used to. Well, I never really did drugs. I don't know if weed counts as drugs. But
It's a
in
drug,
college,
dude.
in college, yeah, you smoke a little bit of weed, drink
Okay.
a little bit. But
Okay, so
she
you
came with a friend. Yeah, she brought her friend because I guess she didn't feel safe around me.
Either that or she was trying to do a little
A little. Till this day. we
lady
will never
killer,
know.
guys. Lady killer
We will-
confirmed.
We will never know.
Listen, if your girl that you invite out is bringing a friend,
Yeah. That's a bright way to look at it.
roll up your sleeves. You
like
got
a-
some work ahead of you.
We're diving in.
Anyway, so how can someone get the balls to approach literally probably one of those beautiful women you've ever seen
Yeah.
in a public setting? Earbuds are on. How'd you do it? Was it just instinct? You just felt like you're just like, fuck, like this chick's so hot, just did it? Or
Oh, I had a lot of training.
you had a lot of training?
Yeah, so I was in the pickup industry. That's how I got my start into self-development. I
Okay.
started to so I was a nightclub promoter for a while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that's how I like started to cold approach, learn how to approach, learn and develop that skill.
Where was this at? Boston?
No, this was New York City.
Oh, this is
Like
New
the
York.
nightclub promoting, yeah, that was in New York City. That's how I developed
New
my
York
skill.
City. You
But
lived
yeah,
there, 4 years?
yeah, I lived there for 8 years. Yeah.
What did you think of New York? It's a
I
big
think
city.
it was great. But let me get back to your question about how guys
Yeah, how can guys do this?
how they can do this is by training that muscle of
Okay.
when you don't want to do it, just go ahead and do it anyways.
Mhm.
And just remember you have nothing to lose. Like, yeah, you're going to embarrass yourself. You just have to not give a fuck.
Yeah, you have to be okay with everyone laughing.
Yeah.
But guess what? Either you're going to be single and you're not going to be able to have a family, or you're going to get some balls, and eventually after maybe 1,000 rejections, 100 rejections, maybe you'll be able to find a wife.
Well, here's the thing. Like, if you don't train the skill, you're never going to get good at it, first of all. And the other thing, too, is most guys now are using Tinder and, like, all these dating apps.
Did you ever use that?
I did, but I never had success.
Never had success.
No, I'm not.
Interesting.
I didn't have photo shoot-esque pictures, and I wasn't, like...
GQ model.
I
Ripped.
wasn't like a GQ, like white boy looking model, like you. So
Did you know Greg taught me how to use Tinder?
Oh, he did?
I had 12,000 matches within 30 days.
Get the fuck out.
I swear to God.
Really?
Dude, back in 2018.
Oh my god.
I was 18, dude. All I
Did
did.
you get premium?
Shirtless photo, shirtless photo, shirtless photo, shirtless photo. They're
Actually?
all shirtless photo. I swear to God. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually a virgin.
Yeah,
I'm a virgin. I'm a Christian, dude. Dude, I can't have sex outside of marriage, dude.
Yeah, right.
Dude, Christian, dude.
Yeah,
I,
right.
I don't do that,
This
dude.
guy's the biggest pimp I know. Cold hard pimp.
Shut the hell up, dude. Listen, I repent for my sins.
You're gonna tell me afterwards, though, right? After the podcast.
Guys, listen, if you want to know my body count, okay,
Buy
leave
my
it in the
program.
We'll give you guys the
997,
down and
come
dirty. All you got to do, dude, listen, I give it all away for free. If you want to know my body count, join my school group. First link in the description. I'll let you know. If you're genuinely curious, I don't hold back. 2 calls a month. You can ask me on my live coaching calls. We do 2 free calls a month. Ask me.
Yeah.
I don't hold back for my brothers. If you ain't in the group, though, you ain't a brother. You ain't a B5 brother. You ain't a bridge builder. You ain't a part of Bridging the Gap.
Oh.
If you ain't in the group,
You got to be part of the group.
you got to be part of the cool group. Were
Yeah.
you a cool kid growing up?
I was not. I was a loser.
You were a loser.
Yeah, I was
You
bullied.
said you got bullied.
Yep.
At what age, unfortunately?
Unfortunately, it was until I was 15, 16.
Damn. What'd they
16.
bully you for?
Being a weirdo, like just fucking having like, and being ugly. I was
Being
kinda-
ugly?
Yeah.
You guys
Sucked.
think this guy's looking? Dude, this is
I mean,
a good-looking
I
cat.
was. This was
Back in 15, you had to glow up.
Yeah, I had to glow up.
I think you're a good-looking cat,
Thank
dude.
you. I
Dude, your wife's the lucky guy, dude.
appreciate
Dude,
it.
what do your kids look like?
Oh my fucking. Kid
Is your son
beautiful.
what does
My
he
son
look?
is
Do
beautiful.
you have a photo of the kid at least?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if I should post it publicly, but I do already anyway.
I mean, shit, dude. He's a kid, dude. Just don't shit. Just show me.
He's beautiful. I think he gets all his looks from my wife.
He's white, right?
He's,
Or no?
He's mixed.
He's mixed.
He's half white, half whatever I am.
usually what I've seen is it's either they come out like the darkest and then they get lighter.
That's what happened.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened.
Interesting.
He came out dark, and then now he's getting lighter and lighter by the day.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He was purple at first. He came out purple.
He came out purple.
Purple. I guess it's all the amniotic fluid.
Purple baby.
Purple baby.
Do you think he's human?
I don't know. Hope so.
Do you think your wife's human?
Definitely not.
Do you
She's a
think
goddess.
She's a goddess. We're gonna clip this for
She's
you,
an
dude.
angel.
We're gonna send you this clip.
All right, thank you.
All right. Well, is there any other? I know we're kind of getting off topic here, guys, but I do want to let you guys know, like, if you haven't mastered cold approach yet, it's probably the number one skill that will help you develop confidence as a man. Because if you know that in any city, at any time, in any situation, you can use your confidence, charisma, and swag to win the goal over, influence her, and get the number, and eventually set up a date, you can literally build a family. You can find a woman anywhere, anytime, any place.
Yeah.
So this is very, very great advice, Quazi. It's been a pleasure having you on. Is there anything else you feel like we have not covered on the podcast that you feel like we should share with the young men out there of the world?
No, I think we covered a lot of it. I think young men should really, like, cold approach is one of the greatest skills you can develop, and that bled into being good at sales for me.
And sales, that was the first thing that started making money online, right?
Yep.
Sales calls.
Cold approach will not only get you picking up chicks, but will help you make money.
And I think they go hand in hand. And that's why we teach B5, guys, because I'm going to teach you sales. I'm going to teach you pickup. It's the only place you can learn dating advice and sales all under the same hood. Hit the link down below, guys. Join the community. We'd love to have you. Maybe we'll have Quazi on as a guest speaker at some point. And how can they stay connected with you? Because I know after watching this, you got great humor. He's got great content, guys. You got to check out his content. I know if I was watching this young guy, I'd want to stay connected. How do I get plugged into your stuff?
You can go to my YouTube channel. It's just my name, Quazi, Quazi.
Okay.
And the last name is Johir, Johir.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So go to the channel, and then we'll kind of direct them where to go from there, or what's?
Yeah, you can go to my website, realitycreator.com.
Yeah. And transform your thoughts into reality.
Boom.
All right, my man.
Reality.
Well, dude, listen,
Dude,
it's
it
been
was
a
a
great
pleasure.
podcast.
Thanks
for coming
me.
on the podcast and sharing your story and how you bridge the gap. If you're watching this at home, make sure one of your buddies, you share this with them, or one of your besties if you're a girl. And I know that you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you leave your comments down below of who you want me to have on the podcast next. I am Bridger Rogers. This is Bridging the Gap, and together we will bridge the gap. See you guys. Till next time.
All right, congratulations. If you made it to the end of the video, you're a 1%er. So do me a favor, do a couple things for me. Number one, share this with someone that you feel like would get tremendous value from this video. And then number two, we've got content that'll help you level up and bridge the gap in multiple areas of life. Your belief systems, your mindset, your body, your business, your brotherhood, your babe. So all you got to do is hit the link right here to watch my most recent video on how to bridge the gap with your belief system, with your body, with your business, with your brotherhood, and help you find a babe. See you guys in the next video.